Was, of course, deceased, sadly. Um, there also was at least two suspects. Um, and it appears to be, and I want to respectfully say this, but we have to be honest, some type of drug transaction that went bad. You have two individuals, the deceased male and another male exchanging gunfire. Our deceased male was struck several times. We had another suspect that arrived at an area hospital pretty close to here with gunshot wounds. We have reason to believe that it's related to this case. Officers are over and investigators are at the scene now processing. We do believe that that individual was out here involved in this incident. We want to pray for our families involved, and I'll also say that. But I want to say this thing, and I say it respectfully. I want young males, a lot of our crime problems, make better decisions. Actions that you take, don't let it be an action that leads you to getting shot or getting hurt or getting killed out here. There's a lot of jobs out here, and I encourage each and every one of you. There's help out there. Get a job. You don't have to engage in criminal activity, selling drugs. Now, I don't know all the details right now, and that's part of our investigation, but there's no further danger to anybody out here. And I'm sorry, we're at the 300 block of Stanford. None of these businesses, this is not related to them. I don't know why the two individuals chose this particular parking lot, but they did. But there's no further danger out here to anybody. The investigation is active. As we get more information, we'll pass it along to you, but we'll open it up to questions.
Just the concern about something like this happening in such a populated area in broad daylight around, customers and stuff. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it can happen, and you know who's to blame? Those individuals who are engaging in that criminal activity. And again, I'm not disrespecting a deceased male, okay, and his family. We want to respect that, and I'm asking for prayers. But at the same time, people who are in our community that are making bad decisions, let's clean it up a little bit. Let's make good decisions, because in the reduction of crime, it takes everybody. Good operations, good support from citizens, and good tactics and things that we do as law enforcement. But the bottom line, individuals make better decisions. A lot of work out here. Let's everybody get to work, get a job.
Lots of cameras out here.
Yeah, that's part of it, and we're going through some of the cameras as we speak, and that should help us in the investigation.
Why do you think it's three?
Three suspects?
Three people.
It's at least two suspects, because two of them ran off headed southbound from this location. So we do have that, and I don't know if it's additional suspects. We'll determine that later.
So one of those suspects could have ended up at the hospital, what we're
Yes.
saying? Okay, and
Yes.
what kind of charges is that person facing?
I'm not sure. I don't want to speculate. I'd like to get farther along in our investigation, okay?
Any idea how something like this could turn into shots being fired? I mean,
If it's a drug transaction and there's evidence of it, drug dealers, they pack guns, and unfortunately that appears what happened, but I don't want to say definitively. Let me follow the evidence and see, but there is evidence of a drug transaction there on the scene.
and it was exchanged, both parties firing?
Both parties,
And no
at least
idea
two people.
How many shots were fired?
Multiple shots. We don't know how many. All right. Anybody else?
To be clear,
Go ahead.
Wells Fargo Bank are not involved.
No,
They weren't
none of the
involved.
businesses are involved in this, and this is not a random event. It's isolated, and those two individuals, and possibly three. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was at the other thing with Cynthia, so it was longer to get here.
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay. Do you mind just repeating the beginning? I apologize.
It's okay. We're at the 300 block of Stanford. Approximately 3:32 p.m. This afternoon, officers responded to shots fired in the parking lot. I said earlier that the businesses are not related to this. You had two individuals exchanging gunfire, shooting at one another. We have one deceased male in the parking lot. He's aged 25 to 30. I want to also thank a DPS trooper for responding. He was doing some type of operation on the freeway, heard the call, got go out and he got here first. Our officers got there shortly thereafter, but he administered first aid. Of course, the suspect is deceased. Also, we have located a suspect, possible suspect, at an area hospital that's pretty close by with gunshot wounds, and we think that that individual is going to be part of this. We have detectives over at the hospital conducting the investigation, but we think it's going to be involved. I also said earlier, and I want to say respectfully, first of all, we're praying for all families involved, but I want people to make better decisions, especially our young males. There's a lot of work out there, and there's a lot of people that want to help you. I don't know all of the details here, and I'm going to wait, but there is evidence of a drug transaction, and I don't know what happened, what led to the actual shooting, but there is a drug transaction that possibly went bad, and I just want young males, help us to help you, okay? And when we look at a reduction of crime, it's everybody, police, it's the citizens, and young people making better decisions.
So it's two people shot each other, or is it there's a third person?
At least two individuals were shooting at each other, okay? You got one deceased out here, of course, and you got a possible in the hospital suffering with gunshot wounds, okay?
Any recover any weapons?
We have a weapon on the scene. I don't know what's going on at the hospital. It's still active and fluent. So we'll see as we get more information.
And any description of vehicles you're out there looking?
No, not at this time. You know, we got that suspect in the hospital, and we suspect and have reason to believe that he's involved. We'll take it from there, and as we'll work our way over to vehicles and everything else.
And just like, they just happen to use this location.
Yes, yes.
So and it's unfortunate for the folks who live and work around here. It must have been so scary for them.
Yeah, I can imagine it is, you know, but message to the businesses and the citizens, everything is safe here. I know the crime is still, the scene is still active, but there's no danger to anybody, and nobody did anything wrong here. You know, some of the businesses here are well attended, very popular establishments, and they didn't do anything wrong. They have security. They can't help because two guys chose to do it, some type of transaction in a parking lot, and here we are. So again, let's all Houstonians make better decisions.
This looks
Okay?
like a pretty crowded parking lot too.
Yep.
I'm pretty fortunate nobody.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Do you know the condition of that other suspect?
Don't know right now. I just know he's suffering from gunshot wounds. I don't think it's critical, but still waiting to hear from it. It's still fluent. Okay, and active.
All like young men in their 20s.
Yes, 20, 30s. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Good enough. Thank y'all.
Thank you,
Okay, y'all
Chief.
stay cool.
Thank you so much.
Hand these back out.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Get your own.
Code. I just put in the package.